everyone, Miss Brittany here from the Brookhaven Free Library. I am here today to try out some Valentine themed mad science experiments. We are going to be trying 3 things today. We will be making borax crystal hearts, we'll be doing an experiment with Skittles and milk, and then we'll also be doing an experiment with milk, dish soap, and food coloring. Let's get started. Okay, first up we will be making our borax crystal hearts. For this you'll need borax pipe cleaners, popsicle sticks, a jar, and a tablespoon. So for every cup of boiling water or super hot water, we are going to add 3 tablespoons of borax. So I went ahead and I heated up 2 cups of water. What I did is I just put each one in the microwave by itself for 3 minutes. This one actually came out just about boiling, and this one's pretty hot too. It will be fine. And I'm gonna go ahead and pour those in. So the science behind this is that when you heat water up, the molecules start moving super fast, which helps the borax to dissolve. Okay, it's all right that we didn't use all of the water. We just want to make sure that we have a nice full mixture. I'm going to put my borax aside. I'm going to stir it. If you're doing this one at home, just make sure that you have an adult to help you because the water will be super hot. You just want to make sure we get that all mixed. Okay, now that our borax is nice and mixed in, we're going to go ahead and take our pipe cleaners. So if you have fat pipe cleaners or regular pipe cleaners, you would only need 2. I have 3 here because they're super thin and I want to make sure that I have a nice heart. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just twist 2 of them together so that it makes one fatter pipe cleaner. Oh, Kitty wants to help. Okay, so you're going to take your pipe cleaner and you're just going to shape it into a heart. I'm going to start by folding it in half, and then I'm just going to bend it in until I get the heart shape that I like. And then I'm just going to twist together the ends. All right, so we have our heart. We're going to take our other pipe cleaner and attach it to our heart. And we're going to use this to suspend it into the mixture. Now we want to wrap it around our popsicle stick. And into the jar we go. We want to make sure that our heart is fully immersed, so if you have to undo some of the pipe cleaner, that is fine. So actually, I'm going to lower this just a little bit more. Now that we have our heart fully submerged, we're actually going to leave it for at least 24 hours. The longer you leave it, the more crystals you will get. So the science here is that now as the water cools, the molecules will start to slow down and they will attach themselves to the pipe cleaner and create our beautiful crystals. So we're gonna set this aside and let's get to our next project. For our next experiment, we will need some milk. Higher fat content milk will definitely work better. We'll need some food coloring, dish soap, and some Q-tips. So I'm going to start. I'm going to take a pretty plate. You could use a heart-shaped plate for Valentine's Day. I'm just using this pretty flour, and I'm going to pour my milk in. And I'm going to pour my milk in. All right, that should do it. Next, I'm going to take my food coloring. I'm going to add some drops in. Okay, now that I added my food coloring, I'm going to take my dish soap and I'm going to put a little bit on my Q-tip. And let's see what happens. Oh, so cool. That is awesome. So the science here is that milk has tiny amounts of fat. The secret to the explosion is the soap. When the soap is added to the milk, we are seeing the soap molecules moving around trying to join up with the fat molecules. The food coloring molecules get moved around in the process, and that shows us what's happening between the milk and the soap. So the reason that we want a higher fat milk is because we will see more movement of the fat molecules. So let's try this one more time with a lot of soap, and very cool. Let's see what happens if we just, you definitely want it on the Q-tip. Doesn't really work if you put it in by itself. Okay, on to the next project. Okay, for our last experiment, we'll need a plate that slightly curves in, some Skittles, and some warm water. I just used warm water from the tap. All right, let's make our heart. Okay, now that we have our heart, we are going to pour our warm water in. When we pour it, we want to pour it in the center, and we want to try and get it just so it touches the Skittles and not beyond. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we have ended up with a melted rainbow heart. The science behind this is that initially when we poured the warm water in, the colors did not mix. Eventually, after we let it sit for a little bit, they did, and the reason that the colors do not mix in the beginning is because each Skittle has the same amount of sugar dissolving. So because each Skittle is equal, it kind of counteracts each other. Super cool. Okay, it has been over 24 hours and we have a fully formed heart. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you all had a very happy Valentine's Day, and I hope you have as much fun with these experiments as I did. I hope to see you all soon. Bye.